Yes people, welcome back to another video. Well, we finally made it overseas. This week's episode begins in France, more specifically a little village called Refuge, and I'm about to start a hike called the Tour du Beaufortain. It's a 100-kilometre circular beginning and ending in this village. I'm not actually sure where the official start or end to the trail is, so I'm going to use this monument and this cemetery as my starting point, and we'll take it from here. Now, if you've seen last week's episode, you'll know it's been a bit of a mission to get here. Now, as always on this channel, I'm not exactly prepared for this trail. I've not booked any accommodation or out at any refuges. I'm just going to see what happens and wild camp whenever I can. I am heading today in the direction of Refuge du Lachat. It says it's 14.9 kilometres and it should take roughly 4 hours and 45 minutes. But it's going to take me a lot longer than that because this trail is all about chilling out and relaxing and going at a steady pace. I've got 7 days to do 100 kilometres. Now, I could probably do that in 4 days if I really put my toe down, but it's just time to relax. I am on holiday. I'm here to enjoy it. I'm also thinking I've got the wrong way already. But yeah man, this is the one. Imagine living in this village. Just stunning mountains all around. Is this drinking water? Don't know, I'm not going to risk it. Probably is though. There we are, look. Tour du Beaufortain. Trail 32. So I guess it's those Trail 32 signs that I need to look out for. I've immediately seen another one. I've immediately seen a big fat hill as well. I tell you what will come in handy, Google Lens. So you've got this board here. I don't know if you've ever used it before. Obviously it's all in French. Google Lens. Put your phone up to the board and it just literally translates it in real time so you can read the English translation. That is some technology, that, mate. And one of the best things about this trail, or one of the reasons why I chose to do it instead of the Tour de Mont Blanc, is because it's pretty much empty. From what I've read anyway, it's not busy at all. Like if this was the official start to the Tour de Mont Blanc, there'd be people everywhere, because it's one of the busiest trails in Europe, literally. But we will join that trail at some point along this 100-kilometre circular, and we will still get views of Mont Blanc as well. Mate, imagine building an house out here. Look at that, there's some noises, insects and that. Never seen so many lizards. There's been quite a bit of woodland on this first section, which I'm quite happy with because it means more often than not you're in the shade. I've now worked out I need to be following these as well. So yellow on the top, red on the bottom. So it's that sign plus the one that says Trail 32. I think the route on day one is the route with the highest elevation because you're starting off low down in the village of Refuge and then you're working your way up sort of up onto the tops. Obviously not the very tops, but I know today we've got an elevation gain of about 1,300 metres, so that's not far off Ben Nevis on day one, so that should be manageable. The only thing that makes it that bit more of a struggle, as I'm sure you can imagine, it goes without saying, is the heat. It's relentless. 30 plus degrees. That's warm for me, is that? Now either I've gone wrong or they've put a wrong sign up here, because that's where I'm heading, Refuge du Lachat, and it says 4 hour 40 minutes again. I said that about 40 minutes ago, so I'm guessing that should say 4 hours. Try to get one of these lizards on camera. But they're that fast, before you know it, they're in and out. They come running out, chasing a little bug. And then they're back in again. There, look, there's loads. There were about 10 then that just ran in. But they're camouflaged, so you can't see them. GoPro's hard at picking stuff up the best of times. A little bit of road walking from time to time. I can deal with that. There, I knew that sign were wrong. It were just as that corner turns. And then I've spotted another sign. Refuge du la Chatte, 3 hours 50, so it's just lost an hour there. I've been munching on these for breakfast. They're like a little cinnamon roll that I got from the supermarket yesterday. They're not great, because obviously they're not fresh, but they're quite nice still. A little bit dry, but they've been open since yesterday. Ah, see, I were hiking up here, just following my nose, and you can see those two colours, but they're crossed out. So then when I looked back, there's a path there. So I should have obviously gone that way. And there's the sign. We've already gained quite a lot of elevation. You can see down into villages down there, little towns and that. You can hear a chopper or something, or a plane. But this heat, it's relentless. We're gonna have a little break soon. I'm gonna try find a water source. Loads of bugs as well, flies and that. Oh, here we go, there's another one of these signs. It's got to be at least an hour difference. 2 hours 10 minutes, 9.6k to Refuge du la Chatte. Just been doing a Patreon update. Because I don't update Instagram in real time, the only way really to keep track of my trips as and when they happen, like whilst I'm on the actual trip, is Patreon. I'll be doing multiple uploads a day hopefully on this. That's if the signal will allow it. Uploading 1%, it's been like that for a while. But I think as soon as we get out of these trees and it opens up a bit more, we might get a bit more signal. I don't know, we'll see. I've just seen another two hikers, the first time in hours. I actually forgot I were in France. I need to get better with my bonjours, man. They sing it to you. Bonjour! Like proper happy and bonjour. I need to be more confident with it instead of just going bonjour. But just like you would if you're walking past someone in England, you'd be like, alright, you alright? Wouldn't be hi. Do you know what I mean? You'd just be, you alright? How are you doing? You alright? Well, that's me anyway, that's what I'm like. How are you doing? You okay? Yeah? What's happening? How are you doing? You alright? But now I need to get used to bonjour, bonjour. I'm going to try it next time. But the more confident you sound with a bonjour, the more they might think I'm French. Probably no, I'm not French. And then that's when you get a full-on reply with a question and a conversation starter. And then I just shit myself and run off. Look at this. A little bench here. That is very inviting. Well, one of the seats been broken, but what an inviting place that is to chill. Potentially have a break. What does this sign say now? So we're heading up that way. Refuge de la Chatte. 2 hours 20 minutes. I hope they've got a toilet as well, because without being disgusting, I could do with a Refuge de la Chatte myself, to be honest. I'm not going to stay at that bench. I'm going to keep going for a little bit longer. Bonjour! I learnt a new French word yesterday, actually. Well, I say a new word. It's a word that we use in England anyway. When I were in Decathlon, buying some gas, I needed a receipt. You know how it is for taxman and that. Expenses. So like, can I have a receipt, s'il vous plaît? Ticket? Huh? Ticket? Yeah, ticket. So that's receipt. So I'll remember that. Oh shit. Bonjour. Oh, sick. I love it here. We're here, man. We're amongst the big boys, the big mountains. And when these trees piss off out way, I might be able to see them again. I feel like I'm just sort of getting in my stride now. I do need to make some alterations with my backpack when I next have a break, because something is squeaking. And I'm not sure what it is. It might be that solar panel. And I know I did 100 mile or whatever it was, West Island Way, and it wasn't squeaking then. So I might have to do a bit of a rearranging in my backpack. It might even be those flip-floppers actually. But whatever it is, it's doing me head in. I've been listening to a Peter Kay audiobook. I think it's like a biography sort of thing with some clips from his best shows over the years, telling you about how he got into comedy and that. I don't know why he'd give a shit about that when you're watching this Tour du Beaufortain video, but that's what I've been up to. Just with one ear on, because I like to have my wits about me, especially when there's bikes flying past and that. But this path has been going on for a while. Need a water source, man. No, we don't really. I've got a litre left, but I don't want to drink that until I've found a water source to top it back up with. And then what I'll do is drink as much as I can and then fill everything again, just in case. I normally use the footpath app while I'm hiking, but for this trail I've also been checking out the hiker app because it shows water sources on there. But the two water sources that I found on the map were dried up, so I'm guessing that's just because of how hot it's been. Obviously in middle of summer and all that, or back end of summer, whatever it is. It'll be way back end of summer by the time you're watching this. It's still August whilst filming. Don't know if you can see them. Two fellow hikers are also doing the Tour du Beaufortain. And look what I found. Nice little cabin. Little fire pit there. Nearly gave me an heart attack. The bag of Doritos exploded while it were on my back. I think it was just because of heat. Don't know. And pressure at strap round it. But anyway, this place looks pretty epic. Is it open? It is. It's like a little buffet. Hello? Bonjour. Oh, it's got an upstairs with a ladder. Ooh. Nearly snapped the thing. I don't like them ladders. Nice little table. Tell you what, it's cool in here, which is really welcoming. Oh, look at that, imagine that in winter. Little fire on go. Grill. Bottle of something there. I don't drink, but oh no, it's a candle. I was going to say I don't drink, otherwise I'd be having a swig of that. Sweeping brush there, keep it tidy. I like it. There's gas. Bit of gas there. And what's this book? That looks scary, that book. I don't know what the translation is, but Conjuration Amorous. Two headless horsemen galloping off through woods. Just what you want to read about when you're staying in a place like this. If this was at the end of the day, then I'd have happily stayed in here, but way too early on in the day. Way too early on in the hike, miles wise. Just got my stuff out on the bench. First look around my backpack. So that's my tent strapped at bottom. I've got a solar panel hanging off at back, which is charging cameras, or it should be. No point it just sat there. And then while I'm hiking, I've just got the wire coming round, and I've got a GoPro battery. As my batteries die, I'll put them in there, and then I'll just keep charging this as I walk. And I've also got a little power bank in my pocket, which should be more or less full now. 4 bars. I used that last night, but I can charge my power bank as I walk. And then on a night, I can just use the power bank to charge my phone. Or I can charge my phone while I walk. Whatever works. But as long as I keep topped up, it's worth drying my socks out as well whilst I'm here. You might think I'm mad wearing 2 pairs of socks, but I just know with these toe sock liners plus my darn tough socks, I shouldn't get any blisters, so I didn't really want to change out up. I have got some fresh treads though. Once again though, it's the same shoe as last time. It's the Ultra Lone Peak 7s. My others aren't done yet, but they were just looking a little bit worn in places. So I thought I'd buy these for this trail, and then I'll go back to wearing my others for a little bit, just till they're fully worn down. I've had them months actually, but I just wanted to get a second pair because the 8s are out now, so I don't know how long it'll be before I can no longer get these. Right, I think that could be break time done with. I am going to make the transition now though into the shades. I forgot about doing that, so I'll take these off. Much better. I should have made some dinner really while I were here, but I know there's that Refuge a couple hours away, so I might better get some at there. Save on my dehydrated meals. So I'll be having one of them tonight either way. Oh, why has it got heavier? It should have got lighter. As you can see, I've done the little pole mod where you get some bungee so you can attach your trekking poles. I've just got them ready then. Quick deployment. I should have a wire dangling somewhere. Where is it? It's there. That's coming out of my solar panel. So now as I'm walking, I can be charging my power bank or my GoPro battery. Sick, eh? And not forgetting the bum bag. I prefer the bum bag to the chest pod, the on one that I used to wear. I might go back to that for winter, but I don't know, it just gets in way a bit too much for me when it's bouncing about there like that. And this fits everything I need it to fit in. GoPro batteries, my glasses, and then if I've got some little snacks or out that I want to eat while I'm walking, I just pop them in there. Happy days. I hope all that were on film, because I can't see this screen much anymore now I've got these shades on. Got my Doritos ready, and my bottle of pop, gout, nacho cheese. I don't want any gout. Right, goodbye from the Refuge. What an epic place that is. Holy shit. I ain't got a clue what that sort of range is called, but well aggressive. Nice. So a quick look at map. Those ones you can see in distance behind the ones that are in front, they're over 8,000 footers them. Not far off double Ben Nevis. Some big lads around here, mate. Well, out of nowhere this popped. A nice little ski lift. It takes you up to Mont Bissan, 1,940 metres. I am glad to see that there's loads of these showing on the map. So that means if they're closed, they're usually on some form of grass flat plateau. So I'll at least have somewhere to pitch up. Maybe anyway. Obviously it's not the most scenic, but I just mean if we can't find anywhere else. Although backdrop ain't too bad. You can see the mountains in distance behind those trees. There's a lot of grasshoppers. See if you can hear this. There's no way you're not going to be able to hear that. There's shitloads. Oh. We've got a fork in the road. I'm gonna have to check my map. Normally there's a sign. The Warra sign. That's us. Quick little pit stop for some Coca-Cola. I said Coca-Cola and then obviously said it's local one, so like yeah, happy to try that. Better than Coca-Cola, mate. I don't know how much sugar in it like, but it was very sweet. Tasted like bottom of an ice pop when you let it melt, or like one of them Calippos or something. Don't know, a bit were nice. I ordered 2. That'll get my sugar levels up. Push on to this next refuge and then look for somewhere to camp after there. Let's go see what crack is with this. Some sort of forest or something. Nature reserve or something, I'm guessing. Oh, so you're not allowed to walk through. You're not allowed lay snowshoes or something. You're not allowed to... I don't know what he's doing. What is that guy doing? Picking flowers? Maybe. And then you're not allowed to hammer nails into the ground or something. Or umbrellas. I don't know, that's a bike. Green, so you are allowed. Hey, I don't get this. Oh, you're not allowed to walk off of the path. I get that now, so stick to the path. Dogs on leads, I'm guessing that means. Fair one. Quite irrelevant, because I'm not walking through it anyway. Just wanted to see what that sign was. Mate, I just got confused to shit then. So we've been following, we're looking for the Refuge du la Chat. I bet you're sick of hearing that, I'm sick of saying it. And it's pointing that way, which is literally just where I've come from. You can see that little refuge there, or that little bar, whatever it is. That's where I got my Coca-Cola. So I'm thinking, what have I done? I've come completely wrong way. But look at this post. That's good, isn't it? A post that moves. So Refuge de la Chat, I think, is that way. I'm going to double check on my map and then I'll put the sign in the right place. It's that way. So we'll leave it as it is. These guys, man. Twisting signs around and shit. Playing that. Seeing it one of these sort of areas where I were hoping to just be able to nip off and put my tent up out way, but access into it. In other words, don't bother coming in here, mate. Well, that's not ideal. My turning is there. Access into it. So I'm gonna have to go a longer way around. Try to do a detour. Hope there's not many of them on this route. Hey up, what's this? Retourne chaque piece de bois et découvre qui se cache derrière chaque empreinte. There's going to be them footprints, isn't there, kicking about? Whose is that footprint? Oh. Oh, what? This is sick. Oh. Oh, they look scary. Le Renard. Is that a fox or a wolf or something? Dog. Whoa, spiky. Oh, fair one. Owl. Le libellule. Dunno, cool though, I love that. Bit of education while I'm on my detour path. What's this now? Loads of activities on this road. Got a telescope. Ah, see if you can spot these 5 guys. Nah, I know I've got all week, but I ain't got time for that. Not today. Lovely view though. Look at mountains cutting through it background. There we are, we're where that would have brought us out when it was closed earlier. So we're back on track now. This has certainly been a slower section. Not because it's uphill, like the first part of today was, but just because it's all just rocks and climbing down little bits, roots and all that sort of stuff. But good fun. Makes a change from them gravel paths that I were on for ages. Found a little water source, I think. Well, I can certainly hear water. Looking a little bit grim though. Why does that look like that? Nah, not for me that. I'm sure it'd have been fine, but just looked a bit grim to be honest. Probably looked worse because I've got these shades on. I'm about 8.5 miles in so far. Not too far from that refuge either. 1 second. I can hear the sound of cowbells ringing in the distance. Very faintly. Defo don't want to be camping anywhere near them. Make a great racket. Well, that certainly opened up, didn't it? And there's your cowbells. That is amazing. Oh, we've got a lively one. So I get to the refuge. And look at that. Google Translate tells me that says closed today. 29th of the 8th. What are the chances? I need water. I really do need some water. I don't want to be missioning on much further because I don't know when the next water source is going to come from. There might be a refuge not too far from here, so I'll have to try that one. But it might mean going off of the trail, which is adding extra miles, and then if I don't get water, I'm walking extra miles without water. By the looks of it, it's renovation work. I might ring the doorbell, see if there's anyone there. You never know. Sure, they've got some bottled waters on premises. Oh, we struck gold. Oh, yes. I rang the doorbell. She bobbed her head out the window and I said, "Sell me water." And she said, "Round the back." Struck gold, man. Do I still filter it or not? Then again, if that were any bigger, I'd be tempted to climb in it. I'm sweating. What a time to be alive, eh? Never underappreciate water. Hello. Don't follow me. Just seen a sign at the refuge de la Chatte saying bivouac forbidden. Campers information: in accordance with regulations, camping and bivouacking are prohibited in the regional peatland reserve, as well as around the La Chatte Refuge water catchment area. A designated area, tables and bins, is permitted along the D71A road opposite the Beaufortain chairlift and near the start of the whatever trail. Table and parking logo on map, easy access. Let's go have a look. Does that mean it's free? Who knows? So apparently if I walk down this road for 20 minutes, I'm going to find some place to camp. So we'll see. Don't know if you can see all these forests and that next to me, but there's just no way you're going to get a tent in there. It's just so overgrown. So I will stay out of there unless we really have to go in. But 20 minutes down here, apparently we've got somewhere to camp, so we'll see what that's like. I don't know if you've got to pay. I don't want to have to pay. To be fair, I'm just buzzing that I've got water now. I've got enough water to last me another day of survival, not of enjoyment, but just of survival. I've got about 500 mil left in that, maybe 450. That's brimmed, 750. I've got a litre on my back and I've got a 600 mil on my back. We've got over 2.5 litres of water there, so we're cushy with that. What the hell is this place? There's like big zip lines and that. They've all got helmets on, so it's not free to use. It's like some adventure place. Too warm for that. So it says opposite the Beaufortain chairlift. So if that is the Beaufortain chairlift, then we're on track and we're nearly here. But to be fair, at this stage, there's enough grass around the back of these trees and that for me to just nip in and get my tent up. There it is, look, Cove Tan. So we're at the right place. I guess I mean this. There's the benches. There's a bin. And it's flat grass. Ish. Well, it's flat enough. What are all these motors doing though? Which one of them's going to run me over later on? If I just pitch up here now. People have been having fires. That's spoilt it a bit, hasn't it? Definitely a camping area then, isn't it? Oh shit. Did you hear that? Did you hear that thunder? I think there's a storm brewing. Do you know what? This might have to do, you know, for tonight. Because we ain't got much time before I'd want to be pitching up anyway. Well, it's 5 o'clock, so I've got about 3.5 hours of daylight left. Or do we carry on and we might find somewhere better, or we run the risk of not being able to find anywhere at all, or anywhere suitable. And I have done my daily mileage that I need to complete for today. So I think this could be the spot. It's free. That thunder's kicking off, man. I'm going to check that forecast, and if rain's due, I'm getting that tent up. Right, all cars have gone now, so I think I might pitch up. 2 people have just arrived over there, but they're on bikes and they look pretty loaded up with kit. And you know what happens as it starts getting dark when you're pitching near water? All them little midges will come out, or whatever they are. I can already see a few floating about. I don't want them swarming me when I'm putting my tent up. So I'm going to get my tent up, and then I might even have a nice little evening meal at this table and chairs while it's still light. Why not, eh? Why not? Unless the midges are out, then I'll be in my tent. Right then, all pitched up. The Bonfus Duos 2P. I've actually pitched it really high tonight, whatever it is, just to try and get some airflow running through. Because obviously it's quite warm on a night. And there's not much wind either. Get as much ventilation as I can really. A couple of camper vans joined us. So we're definitely alright staying here tonight. So, just had a good chat with someone. Them that I said looked like they were bikepacking. Came over and he literally went, "Oh wow, Bonfus." He knew about that tent, mate. He loved that tent. So I was really buzzing. I didn't expect that. But then he came over to ask me, what are the rules of camping here? He was from Germany. Shit, I think I offended him because I said, "Are you from France?" I can't tell with his accents, me. I'm really poor at that. It's quite ignorant in it, to be honest. But anyway, he said no, German, but he spends a lot of time in France, so he might have picked up some accent. So he bailed me out on that one. But he speaks good English, so fair play. So we had a chat about camping equipment. He was buzzing about how light my base weight is when I was telling him about the backpack and the quilt and the Bonfus tent. So yeah, he's bikepacking. He's pedalled down from Germany. Said he lives not too far from Dortmund. There's a road up there. Some car were just making a right racket. But yeah, he's pedalled down from He said close to Dortmund because I didn't recognise the city that he said. So it could be time to get a nice scran up and go. Got all my coffees in there. In fact, I'm just going to lift this straight out of my bag. That is a big old sack, eh? So my pack is more or less separated into two. In the bottom half, I've got a pack liner, and then in there I've got all my sleep systems, so my quilt, my mat, my pillow, as well as my spare clothes, down jacket, t-shirts, boxers, all that sort of stuff, socks. And then in the top half, I'm not even sure what this is. It's just a big massive plastic, like a builder's sack or something. I got something delivered in it. I thought, it's pretty heavy duty that. And then in here I've got all my meals. So I've got real termat. I'm not even sure what that is. I think it's like a porridge or something. We've got chicken tikka with rice, expedition foods, Asian noodles with chicken and mixed vegetables. That chicken tikka with rice is 1,000 calories. So that's 800. We've got a posh pork and beans, fire pot, another real termat, which is creamy pasta with pork, something to eat beef stew with potatoes, something to eat spicy pasta arrabbiata, adventure food chili con carne, adventure food pasta carbonara, fire pot barbecue pulled pork. Can you believe how much food I've brought with me? And a fire pot spicy pork noodles. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 meals. And then a breakfast meal. I think that's only, not sure how many calories. 357 calories, so not quite a meal. So 10 meals. But I am here for 6 days, and if you think about how much energy I'm going to be burning, I'm going to be burning thousands of calories hiking in this heat. So ideally I want to be having 2 of these a day. So I don't really have enough for 2 a day, but that's why I'm hoping just to get snacks from the refuges and stuff like that. Tomorrow I might be able to hike into a little town. I've been looking on map and it only adds on an extra like 1.5 miles or something. So I might hike into a town, get some more supplies. Supplies, I've got enough supplies. I mean, just get some snacks really. And then I've got cook system, emergency bivvy. Oh, I forgot these existed. Kendall mint cake. I'm going to put some of them in my bum bag now for tomorrow. Totally forgot about them. Could have done with some of them today. Never even had a Kendall mint cake. Spent a lot of time hiking in Kendall, in Lake District, and I've never had Kendall mint cake. And the first place I'll be having it is France. So, what shall I have tonight? I'm thinking, what's the heaviest? 200 grams that's an heavy one. That's actually heavier than the 1,000 calorie chicken tikka with rice. So I think I'm gonna have that one. Asian noodles with chicken and mixed vegetables. And then I've got my green bag with all my stuff in, including my stove. Oh my god. Whoa, for starters my lid's stuck. Why is that stuck? What's happened to it? That's it. I totally forgot I had these. I've got 4 Mars bars. If that's a full-size Mars bar, then I'm pretty worried. That's from a multi-pack. 4 Mars bars in there as well. But yeah, so there's plenty of food, but I do want to be self-efficient. I don't want to have to rely on these refuges and stuff for food. I just want to be able to stop when I want and eat when I want. So I've got the world's biggest gas that I bought from Decathlon yesterday, with the world's smallest stove. The BRS 3000T, 25 grams, light AF. Let's get this boiled up. Oh, I've got my survival bracelet here. That's my compass. So much room in here. It's worth bringing a 2-person tent, even when you're on your own, just for that little bit of extra weight. So much more room, especially for like multi-day trips when you might be spending quite a lot of time in your tent. Something up with this thing, man. Lid gets jammed. Never done that before. It gets hot as well. The lid is stuck again, and I'm bending my spork now. I can't open the lid. Oh, I can't open the lid, and I don't want to burn my hands. Scalding burns, man. That's it. Right, I'm not putting that lid on properly next time. I'm just going to leave it loose. Is that even boiled? Right, I'm going to eat that in my tent. Anybody that lives in my house will tell you I have to be watching something while I eat. Well, I don't have to be, but I certainly prefer it. There's times when I'm at home, my tea will be sat there going cold because I'm flicking through, trying to find something to watch instead of just scranning my food. It just makes the food a little bit better. And the flies are about now. So yeah, let's get in this tent. There we are, that'll do. It's all inside apart from my stove and my pot and my trainers. Plenty of room in here, eh? Get my sleeping pad down this side, leave all my junk at that side. I've even got a second vestibule, not that I need it, but it's there. Dry my socks out on line. I'm waiting for my food to hydrate. To be fair, I know they're expensive as all, these dehydrated meals, just dehydrated meals in general. This is actually quite nice. I think noodles is just one of them that you can get away with a dehydrated meal. It don't really seem to affect the consistency of it much. Mad how I brought all sorts of crap, but I didn't bring my Flextail pump and light. Just opted for this. I didn't know how long the battery would last, needing it for 8 nights. Right peeps, as I'm sure you can see, it's pretty much dark now. And I didn't bring a light for filming it dark, so I'm going to stick a film on and get an early night, and I'll see you in the morning. Peace out in a bit. It's about 8 o'clock, I think. Don't know where my phone is, but anyway, slept like a corpse last night. Must have been asleep by 10:30, 11. Didn't wake up once. And we go again. It doesn't seem as warm this morning. I've checked forecast and it's like 17 degrees, and then it shouldn't get to no more than 26 later on, so that's quite cooler than it has been. I think I'm going to start off the day in my Sencha just for the first couple hours, and then no doubt I'll be swapping back to Rab's sun hoodie. What I've been doing is wearing the thinnest of thin t-shirts underneath, and then I've been swapping these or rotating these and then wearing this over top, and then occasionally just wearing this on its own. And then first chance I get to try wash them in a tarn or a nice flowing stream or something, I will do. So it's time to get packed up and head down into that little town that I mentioned yesterday. I fancy some pizza, me. A nice French pizza. Nearly said Italian then. A nice French pizza. Let's do this. Let's get packed away first though. I've got so much garbage everywhere. You know what it's like. I'm going to show you the world's shittest map. I printed this off the night before I set off. So basically that's the full trail we're doing. The Tour du Beaufortain, hence why Beaufort is in the middle. But anyway, we started off at A
there. Don't know if this will show up. Yeah, it does. So we've hiked around, and then about here was where I seen that cabin, where I went inside and had a look around and thought, I'm not keeping there. But either way, it was too early on in the hike. So then we carried on going. We got to Refuge Della, whatever it was called, Della Chat, up here somewhere. They told me to keep hiking. And then I think I'm about here. So we've done that section so far. Now I'm going to go this morning down to about here and then cut across here, because I'm going to go to a little town, little village, and then we'll see how far we get today.
Weather ain't looking too bad today. A little bit more cloudy, which could be beneficial, to be fair. As you've noticed, I've taken Sentry off. I've gone back to sun hoodie. There's just no point. I'm thinking at temperatures, comparing it to yesterday, thinking, oh, it's a bit cooler. But anything near 20 is red hot for me when it comes to hiking, especially wearing jumpers and that. So anyway, tent's away now. Leave no trace, as always. Just need to pack these last few bits together, get my bum bag on, and then we're off skis. This solar panel, great idea, man. So what I've done, don't know how well you can see it, I've just put a bit of bungee on, a bit of elastic bungee, couple of clips, and just clipped it on to these little toggles here, and the fitment is absolutely perfect. Couldn't have wished for it to be better. And then the bottom half, if I want to move that out of the way, I can just lift it up, get into my waterproofs or whatever, and then the bottom half just tucks in that elastic like that, look. Perfect. And that's it, that's us done. Bon voyage, au revoir. Good little camp spot that. I'm hoping they're going to get better, a lot better. Because obviously I want some epic views from the tent and that. Get some good photos and, you know what I mean. But for a place just to get a good night's kip, no complaints. Right, that's where I were camped, in that little grass bit there. And then I've just seen a sign over at road, 2.2 kilometres to that place. And I think that is the name of the little town that we're visiting, or village. Please excuse the noise if you can hear me over that guy. Watering flowers, spoiling the French ambience. I found a pizza machine, but I don't know how to read it, so I'm going to have to get Google Translate on go, see what the crack is. Right, we're on. We've not got many options though, so I think we'll go for this Pierre Menta mint stone. What could that be? I have no idea. Let's go for it and find out. So I just done all that with language translation and that. There were an option in top left hand corner to change language. What a tip. But anyway, I can actually smell this cooking. Got 40 seconds left. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come at me. Where are you? Bottom, top. Where is it? Been swindled. I can smell it, so it's somewhere. Oh, oh. Oh my lord. It's red hot as well. Pizza lovers, damn right. I think this place looks closed, so they won't mind me borrowing a bench, surely. Buzzing. Oh, this could be good, or it could be shit.
Sometimes it may be good, sometimes it may be shit.
Oh, mate. No cutter. That looks class. That looks unreal. Just eat it with my spork, innit? Oh shit, there's some geezer here. We're busy, aren't they? Everyone's busy around here. Try to get a bit of peace and quiet. Is this guy cutting grass? That guy watering flowers? Oh shit, they're opening up behind me. Mate, this is absolutely fucking peng, honestly. I don't know if it's because of the situation in regards to where I am, with the scenery and that, and the fact that I'm absolutely starving this morning, to be fair. And the randomness of that machine just popping up out of nowhere. Exactly what I wanted to see. Something like that. Oh. Stuffed now. Could do with another lie down. Right then, famalam, I think the next step is to go try find someone else bloody watering flowers. Go try find a little supermarket or a shop or something. I fancy some fizzy pop, me. Pizza and a nice bit of fizzy pop. Perfect breakfast for me is that. I've just covered myself in sun cream, so if I've got alt on my face, then you know what it is. These are all in action this morning. Ah, Vival. This is us. Whew, found a little shelter. Try to get a bit of shade. Not a bad view, is it? Little mountain backdrop. So I bought another bottle of water, even though I've got shitloads. A bottle of Coke, and I was tempted by the 30% off some fresh orange. Get a bit of fruit down there. We're sort of back on track now. Found another one of these signs. So we're looking for Col de la Lizette. So that's just half an hour. And then we should be back fully up on trail then. Looks like there's a chairlift. Literally going up to the mountain that I'm heading up towards. Should have just got on that f***er. One way to get down. Look at this ride. Goes all the way down the mountain. That's sick. Holy shit! Oh mate! Wait till you see these mountains over this little hill here. Let me check my map, where am I going? Well, according to my map, that is it. That is the big guy. That's Mont Blanc. Please correct me in the comments if I'm wrong. But it has to be. Mont Blanc is in that direction. And I can't see any other mountain bigger than it behind it. Yep, I'm 100% certain that is Mont Blanc from the picture I'm looking at on my phone. Just the curves of it, and then that little flat bit. Anyone up there? No? I'm sure there will be. But anyway, we're off up that dusty bastard path. I just hiked up the complete wrong hill. Oh, don't know if you can see that. Right, so where that water is, I were down there. Should have just gone along here. Instead I went up this path, all the way up this hill. And I've got to go all the way back down it again. Oh my god. Oh lord. There's no like making it even harder for myself. I've just got a better view of Mont Blanc though. Yeah, I'm a fucking idiot, man. I'm talking, I literally just hiked up to the top of where the ski lift gets off. Now I'm hiking all the way back down to that bit where I first seen Mont Blanc so that I can take the correct path. At least getting down won't take as long, but still, the amount of energy I've just wasted. Stupid, man. Must have been getting giddy at Mont Blanc's. Going bonkers.
A little longer than a few minutes later.
Right, we're back where we were. That's that bench that I was sat on when I first said I could see Mont Blanc. I hiked all the way up that. It doesn't even look steep on camera, and it bloody is. All the way up to the top where there's those trees. Whew. So we want to be going this way. And then I think, oh, there's a sign over there as well. If they hadn't have bloody built one at Pyramids here, then I'd have seen that sign and I'd have had a look. That's our track, nice and flat. Not like that thing I just walked up. Let's check this sign out. Look how many trail signs and that there is, just pointing in every direction. Refuge de la Chatte, right, I do not want to be going back there. That's where I was yesterday. That's 2 hours away, that. So we're heading for, remember that sign yesterday, the yellow and red? We're heading for Col de Verre. That says it's only 2 hours and 15 minutes away, but I know what they're like, these lot. 6.9 kilometres. I don't know how fast they think I can walk in this heat. That's where we're heading anyway, in that direction. But I do want to go a little bit further than that today, ideally. Because although this is going to be done over 7 days, I don't want to be struggling on the 7th day or at any point get behind, so it's best to get just a little bit ahead each day. The last thing I want to be doing is any big mileage on the day that I'm flying on the final day, so I want to get ahead quite a bit, so then on the last day we can just focus on getting back to Switzerland and getting on plane. But anyway, we don't need to think about that right now. We just need to get his best foot forward and make up for the lost time. The lost time from the diversion for the pizza. Oh man. And the bottle of water, which is now empty. And the diversion from going in wrong bloody direction. But look at that, eh? Stunning out here. At least we'll be moving faster on these sort of paths. Found another little cabin here. Looks quite new, this though. It says 1963 on it. Oh, it's cool in here, man. And I mean temperature wise. I suppose you could get in here if needed be. Keep on floor or something. Not benching very wide. Not quite sure what that is. Don't know, man. Don't know. Oh, what's that? I'm supposed to do something like that. English, please. Hey up.
Here in Beaufortain, we are lucky to have rich soil with excellent pastures where we graze cows that produce milk we transform into a unique and delicious cheese, Beaufort. For generations, my family has been settled on this land to raise dairy cows of the Abondance or Tarin breed. We go up to the mountains pastures at the beginning of June, it's the Refuge, and we stay there until mid-September with our animals. This is when the milk is the best, as our cows graze on fresh grass and alpine flowers. When I was little, there was no paved road to go up, and in our mountain chalet, there was neither electricity nor running water. We lit the lamps with carbide and fetched water in milk churns from a nearby spring. We only saw the neighbors all summer and the villagers during dances. Today, comfort is a bit better and we see tourists. Unfortunately, many of our friends and relatives are leaving our mountains to find work in factories in the valley, where life is said to be better.
Ooh.
Our beautiful pastures are emptying. Since the early 1950s, Autolus has had a young mayor, René Lagier, who is trying to make things happen and create jobs to keep the young people. He wants to develop tourism and has managed to get Autolus and neighboring communes to work together to create a ski resort at Col de Cézy.
3,000 years later.
I believe that some locals have a hard time believing in the future of this project, but I think it can work.
I do too.
In the summer, we will take care of the cows, and in the winter, the skiers.
Yep.
After all, we are called the snow granary.
And there you go. You learn something new every day. Oh, it's warm out here, man. It is warm. See? Don't know what that were about, but nice to see a little mountain hut. And you could literally keep in that if you had to. If a storm were brewing or whatever. Or even just take shelter there for an hour or so. Because you get some crazy thunderstorms. And we might end up getting some at the back end of the trip. Fingers crossed we don't. And another cabin. So there's been 3 of them. Just on this little trail. I think that's us. Sentier des Crêtes. Look at this guy. Can you see him? It's one way to get down mountain. This sun is relentless now, man. Look at these views though. This little dirt track, mountain road, feels like it's been going on forever. It's mad that it can be this hot. My whole body head to toe is just sweating. But yeah, I can see snow in the distance. I'd love to just shove my head in that snow right now. Shit, man. This is cool. This is good. So we're going along there, but apparently, if I hike up here, 0.4 kilometres, 10 minutes, I'll be able to go up Mount Clocker. Or Mont Clocker. So I'm going to try it. Right, so I'm at the summit of Mount Clocker, 1,976 metres. So that is actually my highest mountain that I've ever done. Because the highest one I've ever done is Ben Nevis, and that's 1,400 metres or something like that. I wish it were later on in the day, man. Honestly, I wish this were towards the end of today's mileage. Because I could literally camp up here on the summit. I'd be happy to camp up here. Nice little surface there to cook on. Little cross watching over me. Stunning views of Mont Blanc. Mat LeBlanc over there. And then whatever these are. Back all the way over there. So this is the little diversion that I took. Just that little path that's going along. So it were worth doing. If I carry on here, I'll be able to drop back down to the left. Back onto my path. And then we'll be heading towards Col de Verre. So we're still an hour off where the minimum I want to be today. And I want to do a little bit more than that. That's 3.4 kilometres. I'm hoping to do another, let's say 7 kilometres today or something. 3.4, have another break up there, see what time it is, and then crack on for a little bit longer. That's the plan. Right, sun cream time. Get lathered up every time I stop. There's no way I can get my bald head out in this weather, man. It would just burn to a crisp. Come along, come on. Let's get this last bit done. I say last bit, let's get this next bit done. Then we'll have a break. Then we'll do the last bit of today. I think this is the summit actually. Not much of a trig point, is it? What's that little stubby? Is that what they do around here? Yeah, it must be. Oh, look at that, bivouac! Someone's camped there, man, it's flat as a fart. Oh, I want to camp here. Can I put my tent up right quick just to take a photo? Do you know what? I'm just going to guess, it's probably going to be wrong. Can you see that refuge? It's right up there, so down here. Ah! Something's on me. That refuge, right down here. And it's sort of... Where is it? It's up there. I've got a feeling that might be the next stop. Fuck me. Loads of flies, man. Shit loads of flies. I don't know if this sun cream attracts the bloody insects. Oh, I hope it's like this tonight, man, when I've finished my day's hiking and we can just find somewhere grassy. It's nice and grassy with some views, man. That's all I'm here for, those mountain views. So if we get to spend the night looking at mountain views, then that's even better. Now, it's definitely not that refuge that I was just pointing to earlier. It's a lot further away. So I'm not far off that one now. That's the next refuge. Is it open? Don't even know if it is. I think this gaff's actually closed, to be fair. Not sure why. Let's go wake Joe up here. Check these signs out. Well, it appears that nobody's in. There's a sign on the door that says access to dormitories at 4 o'clock. So I'm not sure if someone's here all day. They might just turn up at 4, unlock it and let people have access to dormitories. Obviously I'm not staying here. I just wanted a nice little can of Coke or something. So I'm just going to chill here anyway for a bit. It's only 2 o'clock, so I'm not waiting till 4 o'clock to see if someone opens it. I'm just going to check on map, see where next refuge is, and sort of head that way. So technically, stage 2 finishes now. So it's 2 PM. So we've got more than enough time now to crack on for a bit and see what we find. Christ, man. Made me jump then, mate. Just after a few scraps. What are you under the table? Wonders what it was. We'll just check the views out from here. Stunning little place this, actually. Little benches and tables, deck chairs. Decking up there. Right then, let's crack on. On with stage 3, I guess. We might as well, tell you what, I'm going to crack open Kendal mint cake. To be honest, I'm not too clued up with all this Kendal mint cake stuff, but according to the packaging, Kendal mint cake was carried to the top of Mount Everest in May 1953 on the first successful expedition to the summit. Fair one. Well, if it can get mankind to the top of Everest, it can get me to the top of wherever it is I'm going tonight. Well, it looks completely different to what I expected it to look like. Like bloody plasterboard. To be fair, do you know what that is? It's just after eights without the chocolate. Just tastes bang on the same. I've got some chocolate ones with me though, so I'm guessing they'll taste like after eights, or after eights taste like these. Yeah, this is more like it, man. Today has been 10x on yesterday. Don't get me wrong, obviously yesterday were good, being in a different place and that, but it was just a lot of woodland and you couldn't really see like mountainous views. But I guess that's just because the first part of the day, or majority part of yesterday, we're just sort of hiking up out of Cage. But now I'm out on mountain tracks. This is where I belong. These are the places I love. This is what I came to see. What's crack here then, boss? We're supposed to go down here. Been following this trail for ages, but I'm not getting in there with them lot. Looks like down here, bit of a track. Nah, my path's ended. I need to be up there with them lot. Right, so I've dodged majority of them. Let's just hope I can dodge majority of the shit and find this trail. There we are. Back on track. That body of water there looks stunning. See, once again, this is an example on my map. It says there's a water source here, but it's just fully dried out, man. There's nothing. You can see it looks a bit damp. Well, you can see that it's wet, but I can't see no flow. Not even a trickle. And that's exactly why I'm carrying more water than I'd want to be carrying, to be honest. But it just shows you can't rely on the map when it says there's a water source. Although this hose pipe must be coming from somewhere. A nice little mountain spring somewhere up here. For the last mile or so, there's just been so much descent. Going down, 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 down. But yet tomorrow, I can hear fast flowing water. Let's investigate. Yeah, man, I found some fast flowing water. Getting my head in this, man. Look what I just did. Look what I just did. I stood on that, thinking it was solid there, and my foot's just straight gone under. So I'm going to wash my feet here as well. Brand new, these kicks. Far from the best source that I've took water from. In fact, it's full of grass, but the filter will filter all that stuff out. Not that many flies, but it is from the French mountains. Bloody cold, let me tell you that. I filled my bottles up, good to go. These little footpath walkways that are about, it's like bloody lucky dip, because they're always creaking like they're going to snap, and as you can see, quite a lot of them have. I try not to stand in the middle. Hey. Good to see that. I wish I'd have strapped another one of them pizzas to the back of my rucksack. Oh mate, feeling a bit peckish now, to be fair. All I've had since is that Kendall mint cake, I think. Yeah, that's it. I've got another Mars bar in my little bum bag pouch and another Kendall mint cake, so I might tuck into them. As soon as we find somewhere to pitch, then it's chilling, man, because I've got water, I've got so many dehydrated meals that I don't know what to do with them in my bag. Life is good. Trail life is good. Really enjoying it now. Now I've eased into it, got my pace going. Sick. Bonjour. Getting a bit close to comfort with these lot. Literally on the trail. Come on, boy. Alright, I'll move. You stay where you are, boss, don't worry. This hill is an absolute stinker. Must have spent 2 miles going downhill, and then over less than half a mile I've now got to climb higher than the whole downhill section I did for the last 2 miles, if that makes sense. I'm going to draw for another Kendall mint cake, this time the chocolate one, I think. Chocolate covered Kendall mint cake. This should be fire, this. And then hopefully that'll get me up to the top of this hill. I'm glad I've done this today though, and not first thing in the morning. Get it out of the way and then we can rest tonight. I just come around this corner. Look at that for a view. Wrong way. I need to head on that path there. But I'm just having a little look. Just a little mooch. What's this then I see? Bloody tent. A bivouac. How's he camping there? Right next to the bloody road, innit? Well then again, I camped next to a road yesterday, but I were allowed, so I wonder if he's allowed there. Right, do you know what? I'm going to pitch up here. I know I'm not supposed to, technically. There's just a refuge down there. Man. And I was going to wait till 7 o'clock because that's usually the etiquette round here. But there's too many flies, man. I'm just going to put my tent up now. Tough titty. And if someone wants to bang up the vestibule and ask me to move, then I'll explain why I pitched up early. Because I'm getting bitten. I'm getting attacked. Look at my bag. Swarms of them. All over my base layer, man. So we're all pitched up. The Bonfus Duos 2P. Is that Mont Blanc? Could be. Clouds just sort of come in. But there's a summit poking through there. Unless it's in the middle. It's definitely in that direction anyway. Checked on map. Well, that isn't a bad view out the vestibule, is it? I can't open the bug net because there's loads of flies kicking off and that. But I am pitched up, my highest camp so far, at 2,039 metres or 6,689 feet. I've not been out at tent for the last hour because the farmer's been driving up and down in his pickup doing some work. And I can only presume by the amount of cow shit on this grass that this will be his land. What an epic end to an epic day. We'll be heading that way somewhere tomorrow. Let me show you these flies. They're not bothering me, but they are all over the tent. I think it's because the tent was damp from last night. And I don't know, they must be just drawn to it, but they're loving it. But I've realised they're keeping off of me now the tent's up. I'm supposed to see where fill line is, man. Maybe if it were transparent, or if it had it on the inside. Just guesswork, innit? Oh, stir well. Where's my bloody sporky gone? Oh. Some traces of that pizza that I had this morning. Oh, mate. Wish I'd have bought another one of them and stuck it on my rucksack. This smells so good. So I've gone for a real termat, or whatever they're called. Real field meal. Creamy, where's it gone? I was looking earlier. Creamy pasta with pork. Smells beautiful. So I'll give that a good stir. Yeah, it probably is a bit watery that, but it'll be fine. Happily drink that flavoursome juice. Oh yeah. And then lock that off for 8 minutes, it says. If I can be that patient, I will. So while that's doing that, because it's getting dark, let's have a look at the good old map. Where's my pen? There's my pen. See what we're dealing with. So that's where we started off this morning. And we sort of went down and got some pizza in this little village here, and then we cut back on ourselves up. I'm not sure on the exact route, and then went all the way around here. I think I were due to end about here today. That was the original plan, at the end of stage 2, so that had been at about 11 miles. But I carried on for another 4 miles or so, and I'm about here. I'm about there, so that'd be 2. So if you think that's the start of the trail, and that's what we've done so far, I'd say we haven't done too bad there. Probably nearly a third of the trail. And then tomorrow, I think this section is where we join the Tour du Mont Blanc. So we should get a bit of that tomorrow. This is actually unreal. The sound of the bells. That sunset. Right then, family. I'm going to tuck into this. In fact, let's just have a quick taste test. See what we think. Flavour's alright, but not sure about that pork. Sure it had a crunch to it. It might not have done enough. But either way, it's going to get it. So I'm going to chill out, eat this, watch a film, and then get
some well-deserved rest. Peace out. In a bit.
So hold that right there a second. I'm not going to bed yet. My dad has just messaged me. Most of you lot probably couldn't give a shite, to be honest. But he got early access to Oasis tickets and he's only gone and bagged 4. Fucking get in, man! For this Saturday, Heaton Park. I've seen Oasis before, back in 2006 or something like that. I've seen Liam Gallagher twice, 3 times solo. I've seen Noel 3 times solo. So I'm buzzing to see Oasis again. Honestly, that has made my evening, that. So the general sale is going on sale tomorrow at 10 AM and I was going to get up and try to get some tickets, which I'm still going to do. But my dad's bagged 4 and he said 1's for me. Honestly. Absolutely buzzing. I just thought I'd add that to the end of this. Right, thank you for watching. Laters. Sorry about the lack of light, but it's early doors this morning. I set my alarm for 6 o'clock and I can already hear the farmer doing his rounds. So it's probably best to just get off his land. So I think this morning we're going to be heading towards the Tour du Mont Blanc, where we'll be joining that for a little section. So I'm really buzzing today. Feel really good. Legs feel good. No aches and pains so far. Touch wood. And we're ready for another big day's hiking. I think the plan is to hike nice and early because it's quite cool now. And then I'll take a longer break during sort of dinner time for a couple hours or whatever when it seems to be at its hottest. And then maybe in the afternoon we'll crack on hiking again. I say that, but we'll just see what happens. We'll just go with the flow on this one. I've already packed up, everything's in my bag, good to go. I was recording a little time lapse, hoping to get the sunrise, but then I realised we have got the slight little problem of Mont Blanc in the way of the sun. So it's going to take a while before that pops up over there. I've never seen anything like this in my life. What a view. What a view. I haven't actually had any breakfast yet this morning, so I'm going to go for a nice nutritious Mars bar. I have got some porridge, I think it's a real termite meal. I was going to crack that on, but I thought I best leave nice and early with farmer kicking about and that, taking piss a bit, making breakfast. So I brought with me 4 Mars bars, a multi-pack. So I thought if I have one every other day as a little treat. So I didn't have one yesterday, so today I'm bagging this one and it's going to be my breakfast. That should keep me going. I think I'll probably have 2 dehydrated meals today because I don't think I'll be stopping off for food anywhere. I'm not sure. We'll see what some of these refuges are saying. So just a quick reminder for you, this is the trail marker that we're looking for. It's the yellow line and the red line underneath. And that indicates we're going in the right direction. Although I'm not sure if that is actually the marker for this specific trail, but for now it's the one I'm following. I'll have to keep an eye on that on the map. Look at the layers of the mountains with the colours. After hearing them cowbells ding-a-linging all night long, I'll be glad to hear back of them, to be honest. I'll certainly be choosing wisely where I decide to pitch up tonight. Because even if I wanted a lie-in this morning, not a big chance of that happening. There we are, look. Tour du Beaufortain with that symbol. I've not actually seen that wrote down many times on this trail so far. We are this way. Now, according to my map, I am 36 kilometers into the hike so far, and the trail should be around 104 kilometers. However, I have decided, hopefully I don't regret this, to add on a little variant, because I've just been reading up about it and it looks pretty cool, pretty gnarly, to the point where when I click on the actual variant on the map, it says includes a segment that may be dangerous for 3.3 miles in total. Let's have a look and we'll see. Nice little mountain lake here. I did just see a sign back then with a tent crossed out informing you basically don't be camping near lakes, which seems to be quite common in France. They want you away from them lakes. Another little cabin here. Looks empty though. Unless it's just used for storage or something, because the roof looks pretty new. Definitely been a lot more scrambly this last section, or this latest section. Good fun though, and the sun has just popped out, as you can see, so that's going to be shining on me all day now. All them boulders, man. Sick. Oh mate, this would have been a cool little area to camp last night. Either up on that grass or down on that bit down there. What the hell is that? I hope the GoPro can pick that up. What the hell was that? And another one. Shit, man. What are these things, man? Shit. I'm actually going to get my stove out and cook my porridge. Nice bit of breakfast. I'm going to chill here for a good hour or so, I reckon. Because I've hiked quite a lot this morning early on, then I'm well ahead of schedule. I'm even going to take my shoes off. So whilst I'm having this break, I just had a quick look on the map. I've noticed there's been quite a lot of people carrying camping gear, and I just checked and we have joined the Tour du Mont Blanc. So this next section, probably for the rest of today I think, I'm not sure, depends how far I go today, will all be on the Tour du Mont Blanc. So for breakfast I'm going to go for a real field meal, or real terma. I always thought these were called real terma, and it is a porridge with apple and cinnamon. That's the potential to be beautiful. So I've just got some fresh water from this stream and get that boiled up. I'm even going to make a nice little latte as well while I'm here. That'll be the first coffee of the trip. I thought my bag were heavy. This is quite a tough section now. Pretty much up and up and up for the next few hours. Quite steep as well. Shit, man. So I'm in a queue of people. Everyone's like zombies. I think the heat's taking it out of everyone today. It's really warm. As I'm sure I've said many times on this trip so far. But the sun is just relentless. But we keep going. So we're heading right up the middle there. You might be able to see some people if I get a zoom on. Yeah, you can see them all net top. That's the way we're heading. Up through this valley. Another sick area for camping. All short grass. Nice and flat, a lot of it. Sick. You can see what I mean by more popular now. Look at this. Level with the snow now. Some climb that. Still quite a bit to go yet. Well, I don't know what this trig point is, but I'm having it.
Boom, 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 shanka.
Boom shanka. (2,443 meters). This refuge. Oh, that hit the spot. So I just stopped off for some food at the Refuge du Col de la Croix du Bonhomme. Not exactly an easy one to try to pronounce, or remember for that matter. But anyway, I ordered a pizza. What came was, I guess it was a pizza. One of the strangest pizzas I've ever had in my life. So there were cabbage on it, there were carrots on it, there were... what else were on it? There were all sorts of stuff on it. But it were nice. And then it came with a little side serving of beetroot, some other sort of cabbage, and grated carrot, I think. I don't know. It were nice anyway. We could do a building a dentist round back, because that crust, man, shit, nearly snapped my tooth in half. But it were nice though. Some extra calories to get me onto this next section. Also bagged a couple of cans of Coke as well, so I had one there, and then I've got one in my bag for tonight. So that's chilling. We've now left the Tour de Mont Blanc, and we're doing the variant to get back onto Tour du Beaufortain, called Crête des Guitars or something. Crête des Guitars. I don't know. To be honest, I'm struggling to pronounce any of these fucking words, man. Please excuse my French. That's why I'm not the biggest fan of ordering from Refuges, because I don't know what half that stuff is. But when I seen the word pizza, I thought that'll do me. Can't go wrong with pizza. So that's the Refuge that I was just at. Look at the view. So you can sit on that decking and have your scran and have this stunning view. Hope we get a good pitch tonight, man. We should do. This has been my favourite section so far, I think. So I think this is where you have the option. You can sort of cut across the side of the ridge, which I'm guessing is less exposed. But I think we should go up to the top, see what the crack is. I can always come back if I shit myself. When I click on the actual variant on the map, it says includes a segment that may be dangerous for 3.3 miles in total. Well, this is actually me, a little voiceover. It is 1 AM, a few weeks after I've fully completed the trail, just editing away. So hopefully you've enjoyed this little trip so far. It's been pretty sick. I actually recorded this full section. I've edited it down a little bit, but I wanted to keep most of it. I just think it looks awesome. Now obviously we're in the bird's eye view here with the invisible selfie stick, so it does make it look a little bit more sketchy at times in places, but don't get me wrong, on that left hand side there you can fully see we've got no worries there, plenty of protection, the path is really wide. But on the right hand side, that was a drop and a half. Now this was a section where, when I was reading about doing the variants, it did warn me that this had sort of dangerous parts for about 3 miles, I think it was, this little section. But it's not too bad. You'll see in a second, it does get a bit narrower. Holy shit. Holy balls, man. That is a drop and a half. Yeah, like that there was literally just a sheer drop. Put it this way, man, you're slipping down there, you are a goner. I just cannot believe how quiet it is though, man. Imagine if this were back home in England, in Lake District or whatever, on a lovely summer's day. It'd just be jam-packed. Oh man, the views. It just shows the sheer amount of epic routes around this area that a place like this. Look at that little guy on my screen, on my lens. What are you doing, man? Get off. Shit. This next section was where the path became a bit loose, a bit more scree and a lot skinnier. We had a fat old drop to the right hand side and then another drop to the left. Either way, you don't want to be falling down there. Oh, this is sick. Oh, it's bloody high, but it's sick. Need good balance. Whoa. Could do with a spare hand or two.
Yeah, let's be honest, filming this isn't great, but I am just leaning the stick on my shoulder, and then worst case scenario I'd just let go if I had to and grab on. But there is like a lower route to the right hand side if you didn't fancy this up here. Now obviously if it were bad weather, raining or out like that, then you might want to avoid it. But in this case, I just took my time, steadily walked down. As you can see, there's no rush. But I really enjoyed it. This was probably my favourite section so far. Well, I'd say definitely was. I couldn't find anything about this route online. I searched it in and I seen a couple of forums, and there was someone that had done a little blog, and he said, I asked him if he had ever crossed the Crête des Guitters. You know my pronunciation, man. No, he said, looking at the picture in my book. But it looks amazing. It looks scary, I said. What if I slip? Don't slip. But it's supposed to rain this afternoon, and my book warns against crossing in bad weather. He craned his head up at the sky, which was so clear it looked incapable of ever producing any clouds at all, and said,
Oh man, this is sick.
I don't think it will rain, just walk quickly and don't slip.
Let's hope getting down isn't too difficult.
And I guess that's the only advice you can have, apart from the walk quickly maybe. Just don't slip. It's as simple as that.
Oh, it's skinny. Should be alright.
As you can see on this section, it's a skinny path, but there's plenty of room. And then this is when it starts to go down.
Oh, skinny and steep. Might be able to get a better view of it now. So there's that refuge, and then I went along the top of this ridge. Now I just need to cut back down there, and then I think we'll go across there and left down there somewhere. There should be another refuge. I think that might be it. Down there. It's hard to point on this GoPro, you know by now. So we're making good progress. Feeling good as well, because it's not all been uphill this last section, but it's just been good fun. It's only just dawned on me that I've not had my shades on all day. I kept squinting because of the sun, struggling to see. And I thought, what am I doing, man? Fresh pair of Oakleys in bum bag. This is like coming down towards Kinlochleven on West Island Way after you've done Devil's Staircase and all that, and then you've just got that windy road all the way down, or even the other one as you're dropping down into Glen Nevis on the final day. Well, it's good to see it from the other side. That's that ridge that I went down. I've come all the way down this valley, down there, just got another couple cans of Coke. And now I'm just doing a little bit of road walking till I can find somewhere to pitch up. There we are, all pitched up. The Bonfus Duos 2P with a stunning mountainous view. The ground is really lumpy bumpy up here, but I think I found a flat spot. I suppose I'll find out once I try lie down on it in a minute. So I've been set up 5 minutes and it's already a shithole. What I've decided to do, because there's some quite sharp like twigs and stuff under here, like little branches poking through from all this sort of stuff. And the last thing I want is my firm rest mat popping. So I've used my bag that I put my rucksack in at the airport. I've used that down first as a layer, and then I brought my bivvy with me, my survival bivvy, just in case anything happened to my tent, and I put my firm rest inside that. So I've now got the ground sheet, the tent floor, the bag for my rucksack, and then the bivvy. So hopefully no popping firm rests on this trip. So I think the plan now is, I've passed so many bins as well, and I've still not got rid of these. I've got 2 cans as well, man, I'm buzzing. Really taking a liking to this stuff. This one's half full. So I think the plan now is, just look out there, still got plenty of daylight, is to get some food on go soon. Because although that pizza was nice earlier, starting to feel a little bit peckish already. Maybe a posh pork and beans. I don't know what I fancy. Chili con carne. In fact, what I might do is go through all my meals and then plan what I'm going to eat over the next couple of days. Because I don't want to keep eating stuff at random and then I end up with 4 pasta dishes all to eat at once. Ooh, beef stew and potatoes. Oh man, absolute carnage in the workplace. My sun cream's burst open in my bag, gone all over my water bottle. I don't know how. Jeez man, what do I do with that now? What I could do is put it to one side and then I'll use that in the morning. No point wiping it on me now. It's all inside my bag as well. Oh, there's shit loads of it, man.
I don't need this, man.
This is how far I've had to go away from the tent just to get a bit of signal, just so I can let people know that I'm pitched up, safe and sound. I don't know why I opted for the flip-flops, because I keep getting spiked by some right shit. Oh. Not good. Ah, so sharp. I'm stuck. Looking good, that tent. Looking good. Ow! The floor. I'm putting my shoes on next time. Ah! Fuck! Just got my solar panel. Getting that last little bit of sun. Charging my power bank. Let's get back in this tent. So that's the path that I'll be following tomorrow. And looking on the map, it's just going to go up and up and up and up and up. And then tomorrow we hit the highest point on the trail. Speaking of highest point, still can't get over when it's so hot and you can see snow-capped mountains. So I've decided to go for fire pot barbecue pulled pork. So this is oak smoked British pork, slow cooked overnight on the bone, served with a traditional barbecue sauce, rice and a zingy red onion relish. Now that sounds a lot nicer than it's probably going to be, let's be honest. And I know I'm cooking inside my tent, but I've got both doors open, so we're all good. That door doesn't look open, but it is. The zip's fully undone. It
it's just it's pegged out. So we've got plenty of ventilation coming through. Hopefully this is a banging meal, because I'm starving now. I've already had a Mars bar.
I've poured that and stirred it. It says let's stand for 15 minutes. That's got to be the longest time for any dehydrated meal that I've had. I had a bit of leftover water, so I've made a little caramel latte. Why not, I'm looking forward to this scran. That wind's got up a little bit. It's not too bad, obviously, but I can hear the tent flapping a bit. This cola, it's got the weirdest label on it that I've ever seen. Well, it is just a sticker, innit? But I've seen it in quite a few places now. So my verdict on this. Remember how nicely it were... Oh, bloody hell. Remember how nicely it were described? I think it's shit. I really do. Bland. I know, I don't expect much from these. From like dehydrated meals in general. But some of them aren't that bad. Some of them are quite nice. But this... just... I don't know. Is it even dehydrated enough? Maybe it's not. But the rice is chewy. The pork is even chewier. And I ain't tasting this barbecue. What is it? Traditional barbecue sauce, rice and a zingy red onion relish. I'm not tasting any of that. But can't win them all, can you? But it's food for the belly.
A few minutes later.
Still ate it all though. It wasn't bad. I'll give it a 3 out of 10. No. 3.5. Looks like there's a storm brewing. See that lightning? Shit. Don't think it picked it up on GoPro too well. No thunder though. Whoa. I got that one, I think. Whoa. Looks like it's getting stronger. Them winds are flapping about.
Morning. Well, I'd be lying to you if I said I felt 100% this morning, because I feel a bit rough. Don't know what it is. I woke up at like 6 o'clock. What time is it now? It's 7:30 now.
It's 7:30 in France. Eh? It's 7:30 in France.
I woke up at 6 o'clock. Oh, freezing, man. Don't know what was going on. It's been blowing a gale out there. Last night with them thunderstorms and lightning was mental. I actually fell asleep just watching top at tent. It just kept lighting up, and then I'd hear that thunder. I'd drop off, and then you'd get another massive loud roar of thunder, and that'd wake me up again. But anyway, it must have stopped because I fell asleep. And this morning, yeah, I just feel tired, man. Not physically, I don't think. I think my legs feel okay. I'm sure I'll find out once I start trying to walk. I just feel like I could sleep. But
Excuse me.
But I have had a lot of sleep, so I shouldn't need to sleep. 7:30.
It's 7:30 in France.
I reckon we cooked some breakfast. I left this out on purpose. It's a chance for Firepot to redeem themselves. This is going to be posh pork and beans. Beans and sausages, right? This doesn't have to be fancy. Give me a tin of beans and sausages any day of the week. So I don't think they can mess this up. 3 types of beans is where it could start to go wrong.
I don't know.
Anyway, let's get fired up. We'll clean this shit tip of a tent up. Now, them gusts out what they were, so it's chilling out a little bit now. And then we'll crack on and get some mileage. I want to do at least 12 miles today, which doesn't seem long, doesn't seem that far normally. But these hills, man, trust me, leg breakers, knee crunchers when you, not leg breakers, knee crunchers when you're coming down some of these hills, man, I'm telling you. So while my posh pork and beans is hydrating, we'll mark off where we got to today. So we started off there yesterday with epic views, I do believe, of Mont Blanc. Could be wrong. We joined up with the Tour du Mont Blanc literally about here. In fact, I had a little break, I had a little coffee break and I had my porridge. We were around there. And then I went all the way up that killer hill. It were pretty much non-stop. All the way up and round. All the way along. Until we got to about here. And then that's where we got to the Refuge and I had that pizza. So from then on, we went along that ridge, the Gritters, whatever it's called. We followed it all the way around, down here. Then we went to a little restaurant thing there and I got a couple more cans of Coke. And then I walked along a road, which is here. And we are camped just there. So if you can see that as a whole, that's where we started. Camp 1, Camp 2, Camp 3. Now I'm guessing we're going to end up about here. Camp 4, Camp 5, and then Camp 6 I'm going to try be not far from the edge of the trail, because then the following morning I can get up as early as I can and then get back to Kej, and then get from Kej to Albertville, from Albertville to Annecy, from Annecy to Geneva in Switzerland. That's the plan. Well, it's another stunning morning. Look at the sun today. Beautiful. Absolutely stunning. I need to get this solar panel charging rapid because one of my power banks is more or less dead now and I've only got one left and we're about halfway in the trip. So we should be alright, but obviously I need to make sure I've got plenty charge so I can get my flight home and that, and book my train tickets when I get back to England. So we've got 3 full more days of hiking and then a day of travelling. It's going to be a good one, got a good feeling about today. It's going to be a banger. Right, let's get this tent packed away. Right, leave no trace as always. Well, I say no trace, just a little bit of flat grass. Never harmed anyone. Right, let's crack back on, get on this trail and get some mileage in. So we camped on that little hill there, I don't know if you can see it. And then just before this crazy ascent, found a cracking little water source. I'm not filling up all my bottles because I can't be arsed with the weight up the hill. I've just got this full now, 750ml, and then filled one of these as well. I'm 4 days in now, and I'd say I'm used to my kit, used to that routine, that morning routine, getting everything packed away and that. There's one thing that I wish I'd have brought. Well, I did bring one, but I wish I'd have bought another so I could bring another. And that's one of these sun hoodies.
My original plan, I've got 2 base layers, well, they're just t-shirts, really thin, like proper ultra light, and I was gonna rotate them 2 underneath this, but I'm just finding that's far too warm. Just wearing this sun hoodie as a base layer is more than enough. But I don't really want to wear the t-shirts on their own because there's no hood, and the back of my neck just gets red hot, man. No matter how much sun cream I seem to be putting on, it's burning up. So it means I'm having to wear this same sun hoodie all the time, which means shit will be stinking out here. I'm definitely going to have to try wash it at some point, or definitely get another t-shirt from somewhere for that flight home, because I wouldn't want to be sat next to me on a flight or my train journey home, or the 2 buses that I've got to get, 3 buses should I say, to get to Geneva. Man, be stinking. But there's no point worrying about that too much yet, because we've got another 3-4 days of hiking yet, so plenty more time to sort that out. I have got some all-in-one shampoo, face cleaner, clothing cleaner. It's just an all-in-one shower gel sort of thing by Sea to Summit. So I think I might have to give my stuff a rinse off when I find a really nice clear stream, and then just leave it all to dry out. That should be right. As long as we do that on the last day or something, should be cushy. I can't believe my sun cream babbed itself as well. In one of the side pockets on my bag, you can just literally put your fingers in and just scoop up loads of sun cream. It's just been pooling in bottom. I don't know when that happened, man, but the lid fully came off. I don't know how that happened either. You've got to twist it quite a bit to get the lid off. But oh well, at least it's only sun cream. That's our next step. Refuge de Preset. 2 hours 40 minutes. What a stunning valley. Could have camped in here last night, to be fair, but I think I preferred where we were, a little bit higher up. That's the wake-up call you need. I'm frigged. Oh, so good. How cool is this place? Could have spent days exploring this valley alone. Oh, Christ alive. We've got cows on the trail. We've got horns as well. Don't just stand in the middle of the path. Really, buddy? Pure standing in the middle of the path. And now he's getting annoyed because flies are on him. He's walking on trail in. When we get to the top of this valley, we should be at 2,659 metres. I'm about 2,200 metres now, so we've made some good progress. Just gotta get up there now. Whoa, loads of wasps. I mean bees. Let's get out of here. Above the snow line now. I'm at the Col du Grand Fond, 2,671 metres. What a stunning place. Look at that big lump. We've just come all the way from bottom of that valley. Look at the snow. At least we should get down quicker than we got up. That's got to be the best view of this entire trip, has it not? Just how spiky these mountains are. Looks class. Mega. So I just stopped off at another refuge, got a can of Coke for later on, had a nice little slice of cake or brownie, whatever it was, and then I got a hot chocolate as well. And now I think we're following that path across the side. You just couldn't write it, could you? So I got that can of Coke, I put it in my side pocket on my bag, and for some reason or somehow it's split and it's just come all fizzing out, all into the pocket, all down my arse. So now as I'm walking I'm just leaving a dribble of Coca-Cola. I've tried to salvage what I could and poured it into a bottle, but I've probably got about 150 ml of it. Wounded. I'm supposed to have that tonight as well. Some view of that. And so we've just come down. If I never hear another cowbell in my life, I'll die an happy man. Now I've got to cut right through the middle of them. So we just come all the way down from up there, sort of traversing down those paths that you can see in the grass, and then I filled up on water down there, and now you guessed it, it's up and up and up, all the way up over there somewhere. And there we are, called a coin. Back up at 2,398 metres. This has been toughest day so far. Defo. I've just come along all that path. After coming down from up there, and then back on here. And then you guessed it, all the way back down there. Over there somewhere. Right, I'm trying to find a spot to camp tonight. We've got an epic view. Well, we've got epic views everywhere, to be honest. Look at these mountains. Just not sure whether to go. Somewhere on here, there is a little farmer's hut there with his cows, but I've not seen anyone driving about, and I've been walking along this road for the last hour or so. So maybe that's just where he stores bits and bobs, or even, I don't know. I don't have a clue about farmers. But anyway, I'm thinking, then again I can hear them ding-a-linging. I have a pitch there, or if I just go up here a little bit. Oh. And then pitch on this one. I'd get in there. On that bit there, it's flat as fuck. Flat as shit, I mean. Big ass drop, but look at them roads, man. All them paths. Right, I'm going to take my pack off, sit down for 5, and then I'll make a decision. I've decided I am going to pitch here, because I've been looking up map. We're going to be following that path all the way around, and there's a refuge down there, and then you follow it up to another refuge, sort of around that corner. And that was the area that I had in mind to head towards today, but we're well ahead of schedule, and if I do go all the way over there, I might not find a pitch as good as this. So whilst I'm ahead, I'm going to take advantage of it, because we've got some epic mountainous views in the backdrop, and we can rest earlier than planned. Longer rest, crack on tomorrow. Should be 2 more days of hiking after tonight. And it's got nothing to do with the fact that I've got 3 bars of 5G and it's Super Sunday, and I don't want to risk not having any signal, more than I don't want to risk not being able to find somewhere to pitch. Let's get this tent up, man. Now I'm sure you've seen that my tent is actually in a dry bag, which is a good job, because that big stain there is my can of Coke that bust. So that's probably going to stay in this bag now. Luckily everything on the inside is in my pack liner. Otherwise we'd have been in all sorts of trouble with a piss wet through quilt. There we are, all pitched up in the Bonfus Duos 2P. Well, I think we pitched up in the nick of time, you know, because them clouds are looking grim. So in the usual fashion, I've just chucked everything out of my bag and I'm ready for Super Sunday with a super view. And I cannot wait to crack open them Pringles. I've been carrying them since Wednesday. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. 5 days, and I've been so tempted to just crack them open. But I saved them for this exact purpose. Super Sunday with a super view. Sick. First bit of rain on the entire trip. Luckily I'm in my tent. Well, I've demolished my Pringles. Less said about Super Sunday, the better. Now I need to decide what I'm going to have for tea tonight. It's been thunder and lightning again already. 7 o'clock, kicking off out there. So, what food are we having? Do I go chicken tikka with rice? I don't fancy rice, man, at all. Spicy pasta arrabbiata. That is a good shout, actually. Pasta. Yeah. Beef stew with potatoes. Nah. Chili con carne. Spicy pork noodles is a shout. Just everything just tastes like mush, doesn't it, after 5 days? I'll be honest, after 5 days, dehydrated meals are shit. Honestly, you don't look forward. Who looks forward to one of these, man? I know I might be fucking going OTT here, but what I'd do for a flaming Cheetos burger from Barney's on Manny Road in BFD, curly fries, can of Coke. Oh, just had my last Mars bar as well. Shit. I've got 2 Kendall mint cakes left, but I need to save them for the next 2 days. Just so I've got something else other than the dehydrated meals. The refuges, I'll go to them if I can. Once you get past the flies, I guess they're not too bad. That cake were alright earlier. But I'm thinking I'm gonna go spicy pork noodles. To be fair, I've got enough meals now to have 2 of these tonight. So I could have spicy pork noodles and pasta carbonara. In fact, you know what? I'm gonna have pasta carbonara. And then tomorrow, I've got 2. And then the day after, I've got 2. Sorted.
I have never heard rain like this. So loud. I'm going to try and get some sleep. I'll see you all in a bit. Oh.
Now then, people, good morning. Well, it's not quite as sunny today. It's a little bit cloudy, but there's plenty of time for it to brighten up. To be honest, I'm happy with it not being as warm. Means we can get some good mileage down without sweating like a bastard. I'm currently pitched up in the Bonfus Duos 2P. So there is technically only 2 stages of this trail left. So it shouldn't be long now before we wrap it up. I'm going to check on the map now, see where we're at, see how we're doing for mileage as well, see what we've got left to complete. We started off yesterday morning with a climb, all the way up to the snow line. And then when we got to about here-ish, we got to the Refuge, where I had my brownie cake and my hot chocolate, and I bought a can of Coke as well. Less said about the can of Coke, the better. And then we carried on hiking
all the way down here, all the way along here to about here, and then that will be camp 4. Mileage wise, we are 67 kilometres in, and I say mileage, but on my map it's in kilometres. Everything's in kilometres around here, obviously, we're in France. And then the final mileage is around 104-ish. Obviously I have done a lot more. I've done a little variant over here, that gritters, whatever it was called, and just messing about, going to shops and finding places to pitch. You end up doing a lot more mileage.
So today's plan is to do about 10 to 12 mile, and then same again tomorrow, and that should more or less wrap up the trail. Right, let's get this thing packed away. Boom shanker, all packed away. Let's get out of here. Keep on trucking. We live to fight another day. Leave no trace. As always, I don't know where all these cows went to. Oh, there they are. At least they've kept quiet all night. So I think we need to go way up. Morning? Oh no, sorry. Bonjour. Bonjour. I've realised you don't actually have to say much, you just go bonjour, 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 bonjour. Look at that winding path. Right, so we've got to get down here somehow, work our way back onto the path. Just traverse down this rather slippy hill. I can't believe that rain last night, man. Shit. Never witnessed out like it in my life. Biblical. Proper shitting it down. This hill is full of, I don't know what they are, but they dig them holes, look. I just woke up thinking about them flaming spicy Cheetos burgers with curly fries from Barney's on Manny Road, BFD. I don't know why, I just can't stop thinking about them. It's definitely the first thing I'll be buying when I get home, back to the land of BFD. Right then, we're back on the road to nowhere. I've just been checking my iPhone stats. I know these are always the most accurate. So day 1 of the trail I did 13.3 mile, so steady away that. Day 2 14.8, day 3 17.9, so day 3 were quite a big day. That was the day where we did the Tour du Mont Blanc section, and then yesterday 11.3. Now that was definitely the hardest day so far, just getting up to that highest point of the Tour du Beaufortain where there was that snow. That were a challenge and half, that. I don't know if you can see that. Can you see that cross up there? I can never tell if it's a G-bus cross or just one of them signs that tells you which way and how long it is to Refuges. And if you don't know by now, but I'm sure you do, that's the sign we're following, which has been consistent throughout, to be fair. A well-marked trail. Starting to feel, which I suppose it's quite normal, a little bit grotty now. Basically, I just need a good shower or a good bath. So I've not had a bath or a shower since the Tuesday night before I set off early hours in the morning on the Wednesday, last Wednesday. Bearing in mind, it's now Monday. I have used my wipes and that, give myself a little wipe round with cloth and sprayed deodorant, but still. Oh! Someone's at my front door. Ring doorbell, that's good to know, innit? Like I can do a lot about that. Hello? Hello? Who's that? Hello? Who are you? What are you doing?
I'm just coming into your house.
Coming into my house, why? Right, I'm just on trail, I'm recording and that.
Alright, sorry.
It's alright, I just seen my phone was ringing, my doorbell. Right, see you in a bit.
Love you.
Love you, bye. Oh, that looked good. Oh, we've got a sign. Right then. That was my sister, by the way, going round to my house to get some work stuff. Ring doorbell. So these are Refuge, 15 minutes away. Refuge de la Croix. 0.7 kilometres away. We're still at 2,155 metres at Le Chevalier, Savoie. Yeah. Also, Refuge de Preset. That's why I had that cake and that brownie. That was 3 hours and 25 minutes away. Jeez. We'll do well to avoid rain today, I think. Looking a little bit murky. Hashtag murky 2024. I've not had to don the waterproofs yet. And it's not really something I want to be hiking in. But needs must, if it does start to rain, then I'm definitely prepared. Right, we're a Jeebus cross. So that's us. Tour du Beaufortain. I think it's that pink one. A lot of trekking to do yet. This next stop, although we won't be stopping, will be Refuge de Le Condu, 45 minutes. Tour du Beaufortain. Yes people, welcome back to another video. Sorry, I'm just practicing my intros. You know how it is. This stuff is really slippy. All that rain we had last night, making these paths lethal. Not a bad view, is it? Good place to spend your night in camper. There's another one up there as well. Stunning. Just look how blue that water looks. I'll be heading down this windy path. If I needed to go to the refuge, then I'd cut across and go up there. I don't need to go to that because if not, you'd be coming back this way anyway. And then you go along and you see that little lake down there. That's where we're heading. And that is the Lac de Saint Guerin. And apparently there is an epic footbridge across the lake. Well, across a corner of the lake. So we'll be checking that out. Remember when I said a few days ago that they don't like you camping near lakes? You often find these sort of signs. That's that lake that we just seen that I said were blue. And then all round it, zone de bivouac. So you're not allowed to camp. No camping. 100 metres from the shores of the lake. So because there's those signs that tell you can't camp within 100 metres from the lake, that tells me you must be fine camping everywhere else. It does say you're supposed to seek permission, but I guess they've got to say that. That's the case everywhere, innit? Unless it's like Scotland. Although we're now heading back to that sign because I just went wrong bloody way. That sign must have distracted me, even though it was pointing me in the right direction. So we need to head down this little path here. As I'm sure you'll have seen me holding this many times throughout this entire trip. It's the Katadyn B3 water filter, and it's a cracking bit of kit, you know, because you just come across a little stream or a little water source, you can just fill it up rapid. You don't have to filter it straight away, and you can just drink as you go, or you can just fill your bottle up and then refill this like I do, and then just sip this as you're hiking along, and then hopefully you'll find another water source before you run out. That's the aim of the game, that's the plan. What the fuck's this little hillbilly place that I'm going to? Some of these places look scary, you know. These like farms that you got to walk through and that, making a murderer tackle and that. Stephen Avery's. There's loads of just little huts and sheds in mountains. I don't mean refuges, I just mean whatever this is. I guess it's a working farm. Hello. Hello. He looks like a massive dog but with really short legs.
Hello.
Oh, they got pigs. Thought I could smell shit. What I do for a nice full English though, actually. Couple of sausages, couple of bacon. I think you heard me say that. They do literally roll in their own shit, don't they? Like just head to toe in mud. Shit, I just threw my bloody thing. Bonjour. Nope. This is carnage. Oh, it wobbled. It wobbles, man. Shit. I'm frigged. So humid in this woods. Silence. What is that? The calm before the storm. Not looking great, is it? Oh dear, oh dear.
now then.
This area is next level. It's like some off Jurassic Park or something. Or Lord of the Rings. Now pitching up round here could prove to be quite tricky, because as you can see it's not looking very level. It's good though, good to look at, decent scenery. But in the next few hours or so I will be looking for somewhere to pitch up, preferably before this storm hits. I felt a few drops of rain, I can feel them now, but so far it's not too bad. Well, that rain started. I knew I should have stopped off at that. Whoa, I nearly slipped. Well, that rain started. I knew I should have stopped off at that. Well, that rain started. I knew I should have stopped off at that last refuge. Got myself a little dessert or something. I'm not even going to bother putting my waterproof on. I'm literally hiking till I can find somewhere to pitch now. Although, as I'm sure you can see, we're just on this skinny ass little path with no flat spots around. The second I find one, I'm bagging it. It'll probably do this t-shirt good to get wet anyway. Give it a little rinse off. Right, this is looking more promising. Shorter grass. When you get these little shelves like this, these little ledges, that's what you need. That's my trail down there. I can see a load of cows down there, and I can see a load of cow shit up here. I think I'm going to go off the trail, head that way a little bit, see if we can find a pitch. We always find a pitch eventually.
A little longer than a few minutes later.
We always find a pitch. Not found one yet. There's just a lot of cow shit and a lot of these bushes, not bushes, whatever they are, but there's no flat grass patches. So I think we're gonna have to go right down to the bottom of that valley where all the cows are, start heading back up that mountain there, see if we can find anywhere just perched on a little shelf or something. How'd you get through these like? Okay. Fuck me. Quite scary that. See that one shitting? Raining or not, that is a view and a half. Bieber. Justin Bieber. Bieber Boris. I'm going to use this as an opportunity to fill all my bottles, fully load up on water. so that I'm not going to go short for tonight, and then I've got plenty for tomorrow when I start hiking, because you never know when you're going to find the next water source. Well, that's what happens when you persevere and you continue. This area is looking much more promising. In fact, I might have even found my spot right now. Look at the views, man. Shit. So on map it says there's a lake around this corner. We're not allowed to camp near lakes, but we're literally in the middle of nowhere, so no one's gonna know, no one's gonna notice. And I might even be 100 metres away from it by the time I've found a good spot. That's the lake over there. And then there's this here. Definitely a popular spot, because I've just spotted a little fire pit, which is not nice to see really, but it is what it is. Fucked. Absolutely shattered turd. Oh. Don't know why I'm taking my shoes off. Gotta put my tent up yet. Oh. So nice. There we are, all pitched up in the Bonfos Duos 2P. Really pleased with this pitch. It's a perfectly flat ground. The only dodgy bit is I can't put this guy line in. So I've just wrapped it round my peg and then just put a rock in front of it. It should be alright. You shouldn't really do that if there's going to be high winds, because obviously the rock can move, but also the abrasion against the rock can weaken the guy line and it'll eventually snap. And then same again when I've pegged the doors out, I've had to put a rock on it. This side's chilling. Keep that closed. I think what I'll do is just open both doors at this side and then just chill with this view, looking over them mountains. It's actually brightened up now after that shocking rain earlier, so I'm going to get the pack. Oh, we're going to say I'm going to get the pack inside the tent, but I might as well use my solar for a bit, make most of this sun, get it out on there, let everything dry out. Unless these flies start arriving in sheer numbers, then I'll be hiding inside the tent. In fact, I am going to put these side guy lines in as well, just in case. Don't have to tighten them that much, but it's just an extra little safety net. Pin me to ground. Has anyone ever had this happen to an eastern peg? See, I've been using these for quite a while. The ends come off. It's in my peg bag, I've not lost it. But yeah, we're pulling it out of the ground. Just straight popped off. If that's happened to any of you lot, let me know. Or if there's any way of fixing it, let me know. I'm thinking I might just hammer it back on and then like squeeze it a little bit with some pliers or something. I don't know, just to try shape it so that it's stuck on there. I don't know, I even put some glue on it or something. See if that'd work. The peg wasn't even stuck in the ground either. I just pulled it with the little loop that's on end and it just popped straight off. Whoa. Wonky donkey. Straight in your pole-up, son. It's better. Oh shit. Forgot about that. Whoa, what the hell was that? Shit. Should be alright, man. Should be alright. Yo, get away, man. John Lennon flying about. I didn't know beetles could fly. Well, these ones can. Sort of reminds me of Snowdonia, this little area I'm in. Right then, let's test this out. It's time for fire pot to prove to me again that they can make a decent dehydrated meal. Because which one was it that I had the other day? I can't remember, but it was shit. So this is spicy pork noodles, tasty pork and tender broccoli in a spicy Thai inspired sauce served with rice noodles. Now it seems to have dehydrated fully. Let's give it a try. Doesn't look too bad. It's alright. It's okay, if that's good enough. It'll certainly fill a hole. Whoa, that sun has just started beaming down. Let's get that solar panel back outside. Get some of this free energy. There we go. The solar panel's leaning on the outside of the tent. Wire comes round through the gap in the two zips and the phone's on charge. Happy days. Alright, what's occurring? Let's get this kettle fired on. Oh, she's a lively one, that bloody 3000, bloody whatever it's called. Nimbus 3000. Gonna have one of these bad boys, caramel latte.
Oh, you little bugger. Red hot that. Ah, shit.
Lovely jubbly. Cheers.
I've just noticed all them outside at mountain. I've just gone to get my phone. Where are they? Am I tripping? Oh, they're all there, look. Are they deer? I can't see them. Try to zoom in on the phone. There's shitloads of them. Miles away, innit? They're running. How sick is that? Look how many there is, man. Oh, the goats, aren't they? Are they? Mountain goats. They're not deer. I really do think this whole area is class where I'm pitched up tonight. Right guys, sorry I can't see much because that phone light is really bright in my eyeballs. So I'm going to call it a night, and this could be the final night on the trail, depending on how much I get done tomorrow. But like I said, there's less than 10 miles left to go, I think, until I have completed the Tour du Beaufortain. Do you know what I'm looking forward to? I think food has just taken over my life, man. These dehydrated meals just aren't cutting it. And I'm just going to eat like an absolute king when I finish this trail and I can get a bus back to civilization. Anyway, I'll be up bright and early in the morning, ready for a nice day's hiking. So I'll see you then. Peace out in a bitch. What's happening, people? Good morning. Well, it has done naught but shit it down all night, but it's finally stopped. So it's been a bit of a slow start this morning. I've got my old trusty map out so I can mark my progress, which will be the final camp of the trip, camp number 5. And when comparing it to the digital map, we have made it all the way around here to about, let's try and get this right, keep going, to about here, and we're just off the path, just near that little lake. So that is camp 5. So with all that said and done, it's time to pack up the remainder of the crap, take down this tent, and we'll be on our way. I am going to wear this today. I said that yesterday, but I am going to wear it, even if it means taking it off later on. I've wore that same rab base layer every single day. Man be stinking. So I've got a plan. When I get back to Cage, I'm going to get the bus to Albertville. I booked onto that campsite that I did a little stealth sneaky camp at the beginning of the trip. If you don't know, you need to watch the video before this trip started, if that makes sense. And boy, am I going to eat. But anyway, I don't want to think about it right now. What I'm going to do tomorrow, I'm going to pop down to Decathlon. I think I'm going to buy a fresh t-shirt, maybe some fresh socks. And then when I get a shower at the campsite, I can just get changed into some fresh gear, man. Because I wouldn't want to be sat next to me on that plane. No chance.
Right, anyway, let's get this show on the road.
Well, I guess my guy line with the rocks tricked work. Let's see how stable it was. If that was to have moved, I reckon the tent would stay up. It'd get a bit saggy baggy, but it'd stay up. Stunning morning. Once again. Clouds looking a bit grim, to be fair, and it's actually the first time on the entire trip that I felt a little bit chilly, you know. Definitely a cinchy job. Big Bird is back in town. Time to show these Frenchies a thing or two about hiking fashion. What do you reckon? That's a good picture. Sorted. Right, let's get tent packed away. Let's get out of here. Isn't it weird that I will never ever camp at this spot again in my life? Well, I don't think I will anyway. I don't know what the chances of that would be. I'm just going to go do a double check because I ran to get the GoPro that was doing the time lapse and I didn't check that I've not left any pegs or out. Shouldn't do because I always count them as I'm taking them out. You can see where I was. Lovely flat pitch. Sorted. I was going to say, right, let's try find this path, but I can literally see it. We've got a bit of uphill first to tackle, and then it's pretty much downhill all the way. So I've been wondering, why is this trail not that popular? And I can only presume it is because of the Tour du Mont Blanc, because it's so close to it. But I just feel out of all the trails I've done so far, like the Cumbria Way and the West Island Way, this has been on an absolute another level in terms of like hiking and mountains and scenery and just all stuff like that, the stuff that you want to get out of a trail. And most importantly for me, it's been so quiet, it's been empty. Other than that day on the Tour du Mont Blanc, every other day has just been so quiet. Like you just see hands full of people on the entire day, and that's what I want out of a trail. A bit of solitude, time to yourself. I actually forget, to be honest, until I see a person, I forget I'm in France sometimes. And then you see someone, bonjour. It's like, oh yeah, here we are. But yeah, I think it should be a more popular trail, to be honest. So if you are thinking of doing a bit of hiking abroad, get it boxed off, man. And you don't have to be fully self-sufficient like I have been. I'm coming away with like 4 dehydrated meals because I had enough to rely on them the entire trip without having to go to any refuges or out. Obviously I've been to them a couple times, and then I got that pizza on day 2. Oh man, oh, it always comes back to food, doesn't it? So if you are thinking about doing your first hike overseas, then it's a good one to do. It really is. Whoa, holy shit, that's a drop. When we continue up, up and up and up for a little bit longer. Yeah, maybe this colour wasn't the best idea for the wasps or the bees or whatever they are. I think it's a wasp. Don't know if it's the same one, but I keep getting attacked. They must think, what the hell is that big yellow fucker? Let's go get him. Look at that view. That down there, that town, is actually Albertville. So I'm going to be hiking 8 miles in that direction and then getting a bus back to Albertville. Can you just see Toppet Peaks there in the sun? That looks stunning. And it does look like we're on to a good day again. I can just sense the golden arches getting closer and closer. Oh boy, another stunning area that you could definitely pitch up at. Mountain views all around. Well, it's all been down, 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 and there's only 3 miles left to go until I have completed the trail. I've been looking at bus times. What a pain in the arse they are, you know. There's 5 buses the entire day. Now one of them is at 10 to 11. It's now 10 o'clock, so I'm not going to get that one in time because I don't want to rush. But then the next one isn't till 2 o'clock. So I'm going to be sat about waiting for 3 hours. So I'm hoping that that shop in Cage is open, so I can grab a few snacks before I get to Albertville. And then I am gonna, mate, they will close that McDonald's when I have finished with it. They'll have to shut shop. I'm gonna eat the lot.
One of every burger, please, John.
Check this out for a bit of carving, eh? Pretty good that, if I do say so myself. Some detail gone into that. Should have my thingy on, shouldn't it? Big Bird. My sent you. Right, mate. We're nearly there, nearly at the finish line. Well, this is the exact spot that the bus dropped me off from Albertville to Cage. But that isn't where this trail ends or begins. I need to head back up the hill to where the cemetery was so I can get to the exact point where I started the trail. Although I have already done this walk once, but still it's got to be done. And there's a shop.
And there's a shop.
And there it is. So this is my official end to the Tour du Beaufortain. and I am frigged. And that shop's not even open. What is going on around here? Right, thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Peace out in a bit.